Hello and welcome back to Kunzy in English. I'm Nasa, and I'm truly happy you are here with me today. Before we begin, let me ask you one simple question. Have you ever felt tired of learning English? Have you ever thought maybe I'm not smart enough, or maybe I'm too slow? Maybe I'll never be good at this? If the answer is yes, then I want you to know this. You are not alone. What you feel is normal, and most importantly, you are stronger than you think. Today's episode is all about motivation. Not the kind of motivation that disappears after 10 minutes. Not the kind that makes you feel good for 1 hour and then fades. No. Today, I want to talk about the kind of motivation that stays with you on the hard days. The kind of motivation that keeps you going when you feel like giving up. Because if you truly understand how to build that kind of motivation, nothing can stop you from learning English. Learning English is not easy. That is the truth. Some days you feel excited and everything feels smooth. You learn a new word and you feel proud. You listen to a podcast and you understand it more than yesterday. But other days are hard. You feel like your brain is slow. You feel like you're making mistakes all the time. You compare yourself to others and wonder why they are so much better than you. And in those moments, it's easy to feel like quitting. But let me tell you this. Those hard days are part of the journey. They are not a sign that you are failing. They are a sign that you are growing. Think of it like climbing a mountain. When you start, the path is steep. Your legs hurt. The air feels heavy. But step by step, you move forward. You stop. You rest. You walk again. And when you look back, you see how far you've come. You are not at the bottom anymore. You are climbing. You are learning. You are becoming stronger. So the first thing to remember is this: learning English takes time. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to know every word. You just need to keep going. Slowly, gently, step by step. That's how real progress happens. Now let's talk about motivation. Motivation is not a big loud voice. It's not a video that gives you energy for 1 hour. Real motivation is quiet. It's the small voice inside you that says, try again. Don't stop. 1 more minute, 1 more sentence, 1 more try. Real motivation is built through small actions repeated every day. So how do you stay motivated on the days when you feel tired or stuck? Here are 5 powerful tips that can help you stay on track even when things feel difficult. Tip number 1. Do just a little. You don't need to study for 1 hour. You don't need to finish a full lesson. Just do one small thing. Listen to English for 5 minutes. Repeat 1 sentence. Read 1 short paragraph. Even 1 minute is better than nothing. Progress is not about doing everything. It's about doing something again and again. Tip number 2. Remember your reason. Why are you learning English? Is it for your job? Is it to travel? Is it to study abroad? Is it because you love the language? On the hard days, go back to your reason. Say it out loud. Write it down. Keep it close. Your reason is your fuel. It will give you the strength to continue. Tip number 3. Make it easy. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for a quiet room or a fresh mind. Just make English part of your life. Put your English book on your desk. Save a podcast on your phone. Set a 10-minute timer. You don't need the perfect time. You just need to begin. Once you start, it becomes easier to continue. Tip number 4. Be kind to yourself. Don't say, I'm bad at English. Don't say I'm too slow. Don't say I'll never improve. These words are not helpful. Instead, say, I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm doing something difficult and I'm doing my best. You are not a robot. You are a human. And humans need kindness, especially from themselves. Tip number 5, celebrate small wins. Did you listen to English today? That's a win. Did you learn one new word? That's a win. Did you try even a little? That is a big win. You don't need big results to feel proud. Just notice the little victories. Smile at them. Enjoy them. Because they matter. Sometimes you don't feel your progress. You study. You listen. You practice. And you wonder, is this working? Am I getting better? Is anything changing? But here's the truth. You are improving. Even when you don't see it. So, how can you see your own progress? Let me give you a few ideas. First, write things down. Keep a small notebook. Each day, write one thing you did in English. It could be one word you learned, one sentence you heard, or one thing you understood. Then after 1 week or 1 month, read it again. You'll be surprised. You'll remember how difficult it felt before. And now it feels easier. That is real progress. Second, record your voice. Use your phone. Say 2 or 3 simple sentences. For example, hello, my name is Anna. I'm learning English. I want to travel. Then next week, record the same sentence again. Listen and compare. You will hear the difference. Your voice will sound stronger. Your pronunciation will be clearer. That is proof you are improving. Third, notice the small things. The first time you understand a video without subtitles. The moment you speak without translating in your head. The day you read something and feel calm instead of nervous. These are small signs, but they are big progress. And one more thing. Look back, not just forward. Don't only think about what you don't know. Look at what you've already learned. Could you understand this podcast 2 months ago? Could you speak one sentence? Could you write a short message? Look back and see how far you've come. That is how you stay motivated. Now let's talk about joy. Look, because learning English should not only be work, it should also feel good. When you enjoy the process, you learn better. You remember more. You grow faster. So find joy in the little things. Smile when you understand something. Feel proud when you say something new. Laugh when you make a mistake. Learning is not just about rules, it's about experience. Many people are afraid of making mistakes. They say, I don't want to speak because I might say it wrong. Or I feel nervous because my grammar is not perfect. But mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are how we grow. When a baby learns to walk, they fall. But we don't tell them to stop. We say, try again. And that's how they learn. You are the same. You are learning to walk in English. So fall. Get up. Try again. That is how you succeed. And remember, you don't have to learn in a serious way all the time. You can make learning fun. You can watch music videos. You can read stories. You can talk to yourself in the mirror. You can play games. Learning English can become a natural part of your life. Something you enjoy, not something you fear. Finally, let me say this. Learning English will open new doors in your life. It will give you more choices, more freedom, more power to connect with the world. English is a global language. When you speak it, you can talk to people from different countries. You can make new friends. You can find better jobs. You can travel. You can study abroad. You can understand more about the world. All of this becomes possible when you speak English. You've reached the end of this episode, and I'm proud of you. You gave your time, your energy, and your heart. You chose to listen to something that helps you grow. That means you are serious about your dream. So please remember this. You are not too slow. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Keep listening. Keep speaking. Keep believing in yourself. I'm Nasa, and this is Kunzy in English. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take a deep breath, smile, and say, I am learning and I am proud of myself. The truth about learning English. Learning English is not easy, and that's completely normal. It doesn't mean you're slow. It doesn't mean you're not talented. It's simply because learning a new language is always a long and challenging journey. The important thing to remember is that you are not alone. Everyone who has ever learned English has felt exactly like you do. No one becomes fluent after just a few weeks. No one understands everything after just 1 month of study. And no one walks this path without facing difficulties. There will be days when everything feels easy. You hear a sentence and understand it right away. You speak without thinking. Days like that make you feel proud and capable. But then there will also be days when everything feels difficult. You listen but can't understand. You speak but stumble. You look at vocabulary and feel confused. That is a natural part of the learning process. The real question is not, how do I make every day easy? The real question is, what do I do when it gets hard? The answer is simple. Keep going. You don't need to go fast. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep moving forward. Learning English is like growing a tree. You don't see it grow the day after planting. You don't see a new leaf every morning. But if you keep watering it, taking care of it, giving it what it needs, one day you will look back and realize how tall it has become. English is just like that. Progress isn't always visible. But if you keep learning, listening, practicing, you'll wake up one day and realize how far you've come. Have you ever looked back on your own learning journey? Do you remember the first time you listened to an English podcast and understood nothing? Do you remember how hard it was to pronounce certain words, how your tongue just didn't want to cooperate? And now look at you. You're here, listening, trying, learning. That is real progress, even if you're not fluent yet. Even if you still make mistakes. Even if you don't understand everything, you're getting better. And that deserves to be celebrated. Another truth about learning English is this. You will never feel like you know enough. Maybe you've learned 500 words, but you'll still feel like you need more. Maybe you understand 70% of a video, but your mind will focus on the 30% you didn't catch. That's the nature of learning. There's always something more to explore, something more to master. But instead of feeling tired by that, I feel excited. Because English isn't just a test. It's a whole world you get to enter, explore, and enjoy. And remember this, no one can live your life for you. No one can study for you. Only you know why you started. Only you understand the dream inside your heart. Maybe you're learning for your job. Maybe you want to study abroad. Maybe you simply enjoy the language. Whatever your reason is, it matters. And you are worthy of a journey you can be proud of. Many people believe they must learn quickly, speak perfectly, never make mistakes. But the truth is, you will make mistakes. You will mispronounce words. You will use the wrong expressions. You will miss things in conversation. But that is not failure. That is learning. A good learner is not someone who never makes mistakes. A good learner is someone who keeps going despite the mistakes. It may take 1 year to say full sentences with confidence. It may take 2 years to watch movies without subtitles. It may take 3 years to write emails naturally. But ask yourself this, is a life-changing skill worth investing a few years of your life? Absolutely. You are learning something that can open new worlds for you. It can help you get a better job. It can make traveling easier. It can help you enjoy books, music, movies, culture, and friendships across the globe. And the beautiful thing is this: every single day you study, you are one step closer to that future. You don't have to study 8 hours a day. You don't need to memorize 100 words a week. You just need to be consistent, a little each day, a step each week. Even slowly is okay. Slow progress is still progress. The goal isn't speed. The goal is not giving up. And be kind to yourself. When you're tired, rest. When you feel lazy, start with something small. When you feel like you're not good enough, look back at how far you've come. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to your past self. If you're learning more today than you did yesterday, you are winning. The truth about learning English is this: you don't have to be the best. You just have to keep going. You don't need to know everything. You just need to believe that you will understand more and more. You don't need to speak perfectly. You just need to speak clearly enough to be understood. And if you keep going, one day you will surprise yourself. When you learn English, you're not just learning a language. You're building persistence. You're training your brain in new ways. You're expanding your world. And that is a journey no one can take away from you. So next time you feel slow or tired, remember this: you are doing something that many people are afraid to try. You are learning a global skill. You are rising above fear and doubt every single day. And as long as you keep going, you will succeed. Motivation is quiet but powerful. When you think about motivation, maybe you imagine a big, powerful energy like a wave of inspiration after watching an amazing video or listening to a passionate speaker. But the truth is, real motivation is often quiet. It's not a loud voice. It's not a flash of lightning. Sometimes it's just a small whisper in your mind that says, just one more minute. Repeat this sentence one more time. Learn just one small thing today. And that tiny voice, repeated every day, is what takes you far. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need the best study schedule or the ideal learning method. Those things help, but they're not the most important. What matters more is coming back. Coming back to English every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Even if it's just listening to one sentence, even if it's reviewing one word from yesterday. That return, small but steady, is what creates real change. And to return every day, you need one thing: a reason. A reason strong enough to say, I'll study today, even just a little. Ask yourself honestly, why am I learning English? Maybe it's for your career. You want better opportunities or a higher salary. Maybe you want to study abroad or move to an English-speaking country. Maybe you simply love the language, the sound, the feeling, the connection. Whatever your reason is, keep it close to your heart, because on tired days, that reason will save you from giving up. Try writing your reason down. Stick it on your wall. Set it as your phone wallpaper. Read it out loud every morning. Let your reason become quiet fuel, giving you strength every day to keep learning. Because motivation doesn't need to be loud. It only needs to be real. Here's another truth. You don't always need to feel motivated to study. You don't have to wait for inspiration. You don't have to wait until you feel ready, focused, or in a good mood. You just need to begin. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start learning, even with something small, the motivation will come. A sentence you understand, a moment of progress, a small feeling of pride. These are what build real, lasting motivation. There will be days when you feel like you've learned nothing. You sit in front of your notebook and your brain feels tired. In those moments, don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle. Talk to yourself like a friend. It's okay. I'm tired today. I'll rest and come back later. Motivation is not about pressure. It's about returning with kindness. If you feel tired, rest. Rest is not failure. Rest is recovery. It helps you come back stronger. After you rest, come back even for just 2 minutes of English, even one spoken sentence. That small return proves that you are still moving forward. That's a quiet victory, and it matters. Remember the times when you wanted to quit, but you didn't. Those moments show your true strength. Not when things were easy, but when you were tired, bored, or busy and you still chose to learn. Those are the moments that build real progress. If you feel like you're learning slowly, don't worry. You don't need to be fast. You just need to be consistent. English is not a speed race. It's a long, steady journey. Everyone learns at a different pace, and your pace is perfect for you. You are not slow. You are learning in your own way. Motivation also comes from small things, from understanding a word you didn't know yesterday, from listening to a podcast and following even part of it, from writing a short sentence by yourself for the first time. These are real motivators. Pay attention to them. Celebrate them. Don't ignore them. And here's something else you should know. You're doing something that's not easy. Many people want to learn English, but they never start, or they give up quickly. But you're here. You're listening. You're trying. You're continuing. That shows strength. You don't need approval from others. You only need to recognize your own effort. You don't need someone to tell you you're good. You just need to believe that you're improving. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Day by day, your motivation becomes a real source of power. So let me leave you with this. Motivation is not magic. It's not dramatic. It's not always exciting, but it is strong. It lives in your smallest actions, in each moment you return to English, in every time you continue after thinking of giving up, in every time you quietly ask yourself, why did I begin? Once you understand this, you will stop waiting for inspiration. You will become your own source of motivation. Quiet, steady, unstoppable. 5 ways to stay motivated when you feel tired. Learning English is a long journey. There will be days when you feel full of energy, ready to study for 2 hours straight. But there will also be days when you feel tired, bored, busy, or simply not in the mood. And that's completely normal. What matters is what you do on those tough days. Here are 5 simple but powerful tips to help you stay motivated even when you feel exhausted. Tip 1. Just do a little. You don't have to study for an hour every day. You don't need to finish a full lesson. When you're tired, do just one small thing. Listen to English for 5 minutes. Read one short paragraph. Repeat one sentence out loud. Even opening a video and listening to the first minute counts as progress. These small actions aren't laziness. They are how you keep your English habit alive on difficult days. And if you keep doing these little things every day, they will add up to big results. Tip 2. Remember your reason. Everyone who learns English has a personal reason. Some do it for work, some want to study abroad, others want to travel without fear, and some simply love the language. Whatever your reason is, write it down. Put it on your wall. Save it on your phone. Say it out loud every morning. Keep that reason close to your heart, because on days when motivation is low, your reason will remind you to keep going. It is your fuel. It keeps the fire inside you burning. Tip 3. Make it easy to start. A common mistake is waiting for the perfect moment to study. You think you need quiet, free time, or a good mood, but waiting often means you never begin. So make it easy to start. Leave your English book on your desk, not hidden in a drawer. Save your favorite videos or podcasts on your phone. Set a daily alarm to remind you to study for 10 minutes. Prepare things in advance, a short article, a fun app, or a sentence to practice. The most important thing is to begin. Beginning is the hardest part. Once you start, everything feels easier. Tip 4. Be kind to yourself. Don't say things that hurt your progress like, I'm too slow, I'm terrible at this, or I'll never speak well. These negative words don't help. In fact, they destroy your confidence. Instead, change the way you talk to yourself. Try saying, I'm learning, I'm trying my best, or I'm doing something hard and I'm improving. These gentle, kind words might sound simple, but they give you real strength. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to continue and believe in yourself. Tip 5. Celebrate small wins. A new word you learned. 5 minutes of listening to English. A sentence you said without translating in your head. A video you understood without subtitles. These are all victories. They may seem small. Others might not even notice. But you do. And you should be proud. Celebrate these small steps. Smile when you succeed. Write them down in a learning journal. Treat yourself to something nice. Because these small wins are the foundation of big change. When you feel tired, you don't need to push hard. You just need to be gentle. Gently return to one small thing. Gently remind yourself why you started. Gently begin again. And if you can keep coming back every day, even for a little, you'll go much farther than you ever imagined. How to recognize your English progress. Many English learners often ask themselves, I study every day, but am I really improving? This is a very common feeling because progress doesn't always look dramatic. It's not always a big jump. Most of the time, real progress is quiet. It happens slowly through small, invisible steps. But if you know how to pay attention and reflect, you will begin to see how far you've come. Here are 4 powerful ways to help you recognize your own progress. Tip 1. Write things down. Get yourself a small notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy. The most important thing is to use it every day. Write down new words you learn. Write down English sentences you like. Write what you did in English that day. For example, today I listened to a podcast for 5 minutes. I learned the word progress. I watched a video and understood the main idea. You don't have to write a lot. 1 or 2 lines are enough. Then after a few weeks, open that notebook and read what you wrote. You'll be surprised. Words that once felt difficult will now feel easy. Sentences that confused you will now make sense. That is real progress, and it's proof that you are moving forward. Tip 2. Record your voice. You don't need a fancy microphone. Just use your phone. Once a week, try to record a short self-introduction in English. For example, Hi, my name is Anna. I live in Vietnam. I'm learning English because I want to travel. Record it once. Then next week, record the same sentence again. Listen to both recordings. You'll start to hear a difference. Clearer pronunciation, more confidence, smoother rhythm. It might be a small change, but you'll feel it. And that feeling will show you that you are truly improving. Tip 3. Notice small things you understand. Progress isn't always about test scores or certificates. Often it lives in small moments, like when you understand a sentence without translating in your head, like when you watch a video without subtitles and still understand the main idea, like when you say a sentence out loud without stopping to think. These are tiny signs, but they are real achievements. They mean you're growing. But they're easy to miss if you don't pay attention. So start noticing them, celebrate them, smile when they happen. They matter more than you think. Tip 4, look back, not just forward. When learning, we often focus only on the future. We ask, when will I speak fluently? When will I understand native speakers? When will I be able to watch movies without help? These questions can make us feel like we're always behind. But if you only look ahead, you won't notice how far you've already come. So try looking back. Think about what you couldn't do 1 month ago. Maybe you couldn't understand this podcast. Maybe you couldn't say 2 full sentences. Maybe you couldn't write 3 lines in English, but now you can. That is proof of progress. You are not stuck. You are moving. And slow, steady progress is the strongest kind of progress. Progress doesn't always feel big or exciting, but if you know how to observe it, to record it, to notice it, you will feel more motivated. You will start to trust yourself more, and you will realize that you are learning, growing, and improving every single day. Learning is a journey, not a race. You don't need to be fast. You just need to keep going. Enjoy each small step along the way. When you understand 1 sentence in a movie, speak English for just 10 seconds, or remember a new word from last week, that's success. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. They are part of the process. Just like a baby learning to walk, you fall, stand up, and try again. That's how you grow. So be kind to yourself, smile at your progress, and let English be something you enjoy. The more fun it feels, the more you'll learn, and every little step counts. Who says learning always has to be serious? You don't need to sit at a desk with a textbook to make progress. Turn on your favorite English song and sing along. Watch short videos that make you laugh. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself in English even for 1 minute. Read things you enjoy, not just grammar books, but stories, comics, or articles that excite you. When learning feels fun, your brain remembers more. You don't need to push, just play. Because joy is one of the most powerful tools for language learning. English is not just a subject in school, it's a tool, a key, a passport to a bigger life. When you speak English, you can make friends from around the world. You can understand movies, books, music, and global news. You're not just learning, you're joining the global conversation. With over 1.5 billion English speakers today, you are never alone. And with English, your world gets bigger. Better job opportunities, international studies, the freedom to travel or work anywhere. Even in your own country, English opens doors to things that were once out of reach. More choices, more confidence, more freedom. This is what English can give you. If you're still here, listening until the very end, I want you to know you are amazing. You showed up. You gave your time. You chose to grow. And I want to say this to you from the heart. I'm proud of you. It doesn't matter if you speak slowly. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes or feel nervous. What matters is that you're trying. You're learning. You're here. And that is powerful. So please remember my final words to you. Keep listening. Keep speaking. And above all, keep believing in yourself, because your journey has only just begun.